And that's where the dark times hit. I would buy him gift cards so he could go eat.
That's Michael Knox talking about the days when Jason Aldean didn't have enough money to buy his own food back in Nashville. For those who might not know, Knox is best known for discovering Jason and producing his albums. The media has shown every side of Jason, the political controversies.
T has pulled the video for Jason Aldean's controversial song, Try That in a Small Town.
Personal struggles.
Ever since he was publicly caught cheating on his wife back in 2012.
But not much has been said about the hard times he has gone through to get to where he is.
So many people were closing the doors in his face, and he said, "Mama," he said, "I think I'm going to give it up."
While Jason has coped with all the heat that came his way, it's hard to imagine that before the fame and millions of fans, he was just one night away from throwing it all away and calling it quits on his country music career. We will get to that, but first, please hit the subscribe button and bell icon for your daily dose of country. Before we get to the lowest point in his musical career and maybe his life, we need to understand how he got there. Aldean's musical journey started at his father's house in Florida. His parents separated when he was 3, and young Jason would spend the school year with his mother in Macon, and the summers with his father in Homestead, Florida. Before his father went to his work, he would map out guitar chords on notebook paper to show his son where to place his fingers to play the chords, and Jason would sit and practice all day while his father was at work. When his father got home, he got out his own guitar and they played together. Soon he could play a song after hearing it only a few times. Jason was developing a fine taste in country music, as his early favorites included George Strait's The Cowboy Rides Away, Hank Williams Jr., The Blues Man, and Alabama's My Home's in Alabama. But music was still not in his career plans. Jason was a star baseball player back at Windsor Academy, a private Christian school. His school alumni page reveals how he decided to forego an athletic scholarship and elected to pursue music after high school. Jason and his parents recognized his talent when he started winning local talent contests at the age of 14. The pursuit of a full-time music career started after his graduation from high school, and with his father as a booking agent, he privately financed an 8-song CD during this period to sell at shows, recording it in Nashville in 1996. He got his first break when he was spotted at an Atlanta showcase where he met Michael Knox. But before becoming Jason's producer, Knox was an executive at Warner Chappell Music. He got Jason to Nashville back in 1998 after getting him his first songwriting contract. But things didn't go as per plan. Country music was changing, and so was the definition of a country music star. With the likes of Keith Urban with their boy band looks dominating the charts, the labels were going after a certain type of artists. Jason, with his boots and cowboy hats, was not fitting into that type. They wanted him to change his look, but he was in no mood to do that. Jason was dropped from the record, and that's when things started going downhill.
It was hard. When you get dropped from a record company, you're almost kind of like blacklisted. All the other labels are like, all right, well, something's wrong, you know.
Knox was let go from Warner Chappell around the same time, and he did whatever he could to keep Jason motivated and get him in front of record executives. But it did not lead to the result they desired, a contract that would allow him to continue pursuing his Nashville dream. Things reached a point that Jason called up his cousin back in Georgia to help him get a job at a factory. With no money left to even feed himself, Jason had packed his bags and was all set to go back home. But there was one showcase left in Nashville.
You know, I started playing and played till I was yelling and screaming, and like it was the last time.
It was Jason's final roll of the dice, and lucky for him, someone from an independent label, Broken Bow Records, was watching, and they were impressed. Broken Bow wasn't a big player back then and had been in business for just 5 years. But they were able to get their songs on radio, and that's all Jason wanted.
And my thing was, if you can get my songs played on the radio, I'll do the rest of it.
Broken Bow released his debut album, simply called Jason Aldean, in 2005, and the rest, as they say, is history. I hope this gives you another perspective on the life of one of the most controversial country stars. Do you think Jason is an easy target for the media? Let us know in comments, and please do hit the like and subscribe buttons before you go.